I talk about in this article how letting go of attachments is really part of breaking a cycle of always needing more. And in a way, and they kind of go into this as a joke in the other article, but you're either in a process of trying to accumulate more. And the problem with that is that you accumulate until you hit a point where you can't afford anything. And then that's where people get into real trouble, is that they want what they can't have, so to speak, and it creates real misery. And this is one of those things that the Buddha talked about a long time ago, really talking about how you have to break the cycle of attachments. That's what he said. Attachments is the cause of suffering. So, and in this article, you can see my little pop-up here. So in this article, I go into really this concept. We desire, we consume. We desire, we consume, and so on. And this process leads to a cycle of behavior where we consume to our limit, leaving us with objects we still can't have that create everlasting discontentment. Many of these objects are often not what we truly want either. They're items that we believe will make others hold us in higher esteem, another type of attachment that feeds our ego. And that's where I wanted to go next. Is there's the wanting of more and more things. There's the letting go of things, which can be too far when you start being jealous of people who have less than you. And I don't think that's a problem for that many people. But definitely this problem of looking to others who have more than us, getting rid of that. And part of that is a ego thing. Like, am I worthy? And if I'm worthy of it, then why don't I have it? Maybe you're dealing with this. I think that a lot of people who are either in finance or, really success driven, tend to have thoughts like that. So that's really a path that I've broken, is getting rid of that kind of thinking, looking at what other people have. Definitely one way to stop that is just to stop being jealous altogether and at least start being happy for people. But then you can start to look at yourself and you still might feel like, oh, well, I deserve more. And so it's really starting to ask yourself why. And things you'll uncover are different thoughts, like, I deserve more. So that could be like, why do you deserve more? And if you dive into that, it might be that, you want to live your life to the fullest extent. And that kind of comes from a good place. But then when you really dive into it, it's more like you want to experience everything. You don't want to be limited to the life you have. And that striving for everything is a cause of immense suffering. So getting rid of that feeling or that type of thought process. Another one is that, some of us want to be looked up highly by others. And this, of course, you already know this. Whoever you are out there watching, hit me up in the comments and let me know that you already know this. But it's pretty basic, right? That we look at how do we stack in comparison to others. Societies made up of different hierarchy structures. And I even question if we have this perfect, what do we call it? Like robot AI driven society where nobody needs to work anymore. Will everything still be equal? Quick answer, no. Because even if money doesn't matter, even if assets don't matter, which they still might in that paradigm, but even if they don't, like fame will matter, and politics, your hierarchy. People always find some new hierarchy to spend their time striving for if they want. So it's really about, I definitely have felt this before, especially in my 20s. I'm 34 now. So, I definitely have felt I want to achieve great things because I want other people to know it. And that's never a path for success, because the problem there is that it drives you into doing things that you're not really passionate about. So, and buying things that aren't things that like will really make you happy, you know, again, maybe for like a couple of weeks, a month, but there's nothing you can possibly buy in the world that will make you happy long term. So it all comes back to this idea of what I have here, killing the ego. And that's what it's all about. I really need to my best performing video right now on YouTube search is actually this meditation I did for letting go of the ego. Go check that out. That's in my meditations. It should be actually pretty much at the top of my page. And what I really like about that one is you will experience the feeling of like your ego disintegrating and you just kind of becoming one with the universe. That's not what this video is about, but killing the ego is a very important thing to do.